I just witnessed the most sophisticated killer's method of burying a murder victim. A woman was about to drive away when suddenly a syringe full of anesthetic appeared on her butt. The killer pretended to be concerned, but then shoved her into the trunk and took off. Surprisingly, the person who hired the killer turned out to be a dwarf, less than 2 meters tall. He first tortured the woman with a plastic bag until he had his fun, then killed her. The killer poured alcohol down the unconscious woman's nose before placing her in the driver's seat. The car rolled down a hill and plunged straight off a cliff into the river below. This way, the coroner's examination would conclude it was a drunk driving accident. But the woman was lucky and regained consciousness. She struggled desperately and miraculously swam to the surface. The woman survived, but she deserved to die because the woman was a shameless villain. The woman had set up a nursing home for the sole purpose of swindling the elderly residents out of their pensions to fund her own lavish lifestyle. The woman even posted photos of over 1,000 elderly people on the wall, color-coded based on the size of their savings. When they passed away, she simply tore down their photo and sought out the next target. One day, a doctor brought the woman a fat sheep, a wealthy, childless widow with no living relatives. She occasionally had bouts of memory loss, but had ample insurance. The woman was very pleased. She immediately began investigating the old lady with her young assistant. Discovering the doctor's information was accurate, she decided to make her move on the elderly woman. The next day, the woman showed up at the old lady's door with a court order. Before the old lady could react, she was whisked away to the nursing home. Upon receiving notice, the staff enthusiastically held a welcome ceremony for the old lady and even arranged a luxurious room for her. When the old lady wasn't paying attention, the woman confiscated her cell phone. At this point, the old lady was still unaware of her predicament. She repeatedly asked to make a phone call but was refused each time. The elderly woman sensed something was wrong and tried to escape the nursing home, but the nurses sedated her. Meanwhile, the woman and her assistant immediately returned to the old lady's home to itemize all her valuables. They planned to redecorate and sell her villa. The woman even found a key hidden in the bottom of a drawer. It belonged to the old lady's bank safe deposit box. Armed with power of attorney documents, the woman went to the bank and opened the safe deposit box. Inside the dust jacket of a book was a whole bag of diamonds. These diamonds were not registered, indicating they were ill-gotten goods. The woman was very puzzled why a retired, wealthy old lady would have so many diamonds. One day, the assistant was painting the house when a taxi driver came to pick up the old lady. Seeing the for sale sign, the driver looked perplexed and asked where the old lady went. The assistant told the driver the old lady had moved away. Upon hearing this, the driver looked very surprised and terrified, then left without looking back. The assistant vaguely sensed this old lady was not so simple. Due to copyright issues, I can only bring everyone up to this point in the movie. The name of this movie is I Care a Lot.